Now it's that time of the year where for the month of June we will be profiling various young people who have been doing well in their respective fields. Our youth trailblazer of the week is Zongezile Qeba, whose Mind Your Chess initiative that he introduced in rural schools landed him a spot in the top 6 of SABC 1's One Day Leader show. After he reigned supreme as the overall winner for this season, Morning Live producer Ikgomotseng Segopolo caught up with him for a quick chat. Let's take a look at how the conversation unfolded.
Let's start with you telling us about who Zongezile is.
Zongezile is a boy who grew up in a fairly small village in the northwest called Verdwal, 30 minutes away from Mafikeng. Zongezile is completing his degree in chemical engineering this year. Zongezile is very passionate about leadership.
You've just mentioned that you're from a small village in the northwest.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the young Zongezile and what dreams did he have for himself back then?
Growing up, I was very talkative. I envisioned myself as a leader. I didn't know which one specifically, but the one thing I know is that I loved debating from a tender age, or rather public speaking, and I've been doing it for quite a long time. And I've also envisioned to become that person who becomes a role model for those that are going to come after me, because we don't have a lot of role models where I'm from, and not only in my village, but villages across the entire country.
Your chess initiative that you are introducing, or you've introduced to rural schools.
It's essentially an initiative that expands the thinking capacity of kids. It expands their creativity, but most importantly, it teaches them discipline. I'm creating leaders from a tender age. It's the one project that I've decided I'm going to use to create more leaders, because it's what I believe in, that a leader's responsibility is to create more leaders. So that's my contribution.
Let's talk about leadership.
All right.
How do you define leadership, and what does being a leader mean to you?
Leadership is a process of change, changing an environment, changing people's lives. And a leader to me is someone who makes other people's problems his or her problems. A leader is someone who strives for creating more leaders instead of more followers. Those are my two ultimate definitions of what a true leader is.
What would South Africa be without Mageu? What would China be without sushi? These are brands that speak to our social identity and self-identity. The true story is that local brands are doing well on an average scale.
Let's talk about your journey on One Day Leader.
Yeah.
What has that experience taught you about leadership, youth empowerment, and most importantly, about yourself?
About myself, I have learned that my purpose in this world is to bring change, is to inspire people. The other one, you said youth empowerment. I think we should work towards reducing the youth unemployment rate, even the youth, graduate unemployment rate. There's a lot of graduates that are unemployed. So I think we should really start working towards coming with solutions that are going to work for us as young people, and not expect people to come with solutions on our behalf, because no one understands our problems more than we do.
What are some of the socio-economic issues you've identified throughout your journey on One Day Leader that you feel passionate about and that you want to tackle head on?
The increment of VAT, I think we should have went for other ways instead of that. Township economy, how can we expand it? How can we make sure that it works for us? Entrepreneurship and its whole self, I think those are some of the things that I related a lot to, and the things that I always speak about. That, you know what, guys, I think we should understand the economy of our country, how we can develop it. But I also believe at the same time that if we really want to grow our economy, we should start with our communities.
In the month of June, we are celebrating Youth Month.
Yes.
What does this month mean to you?
This month to me means remembering those who brought freedom in our lives. This month means remembering the heroes that did so well for us that we wouldn't even be able to do what we are doing today if it weren't because of them. We would probably be conducting this interview in Afrikaans. Now we are able to do it in different languages. We are able to express ourselves freely. So essentially that's what it means to me. I want to start an organization of some sort called the Young People in Agriculture, because I've realized there's a huge gap of young people in agriculture, and so we need to tap into that sector as young people. I'm going to start it in Verdwal, and hopefully soon the organization will run. So that's one of the things that I'm going to do, because I'm planning to do it actually this month. I'm going to start it this month.
Your future plans. What plans do you have for Zongezile going forward?
I am a young entrepreneur in training. I strongly believe in farming because that's all I was ever exposed to growing up in Verdwal. So I want to become a farming entrepreneur, and it's something I'm actually working towards right now. So I'm going to establish my business in farming very soon, and also the organization that I've already spoken about. So I want to link the two. So that's the most important thing that I'm going to work on in the future. And what else? I'm also thinking of writing a book. So we'll see.